You get an opportunity to attract the audience a lot sooner because, and some, maybe this is kind of why some of the OGs are kind of like resentful of you guys.
Oh my God.
Because they had to go the Chitlin circuit, they had to go little club for years and years and years in order to build up a following.
Absolutely.
You guys can do a skit or you can do something funny, kind of like what you do, what Desi Banks does, what Drewski does, and build up, get 1 million followers in little or no time. And you got a following where they had to work to build that following, and maybe that's what brings some of the resentment towards you guys.
You know what, man? It's so I feel like this whole thing is so dumb.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, yeah, they had to go from this comedy club to that comedy club, this comedy club, that comedy club, and nobody knocking it. That's real work.
Yeah.
You had to be seen. You had to be chosen.
Yes.
But we living in an era now where you don't got to be chosen.
Yeah.
You can make your own way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, you know, just like anything else in this world, comedy has evolved.
Yes.
Into that.
And how
just because you do, just because you do skits, you know what I'm saying? That don't not make you valid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the comedians that's able to transition from online to the stage, like me, like the Desi Banks, like the DC Young Flies, you
Country
know,
Wayne.
like the country. Definitely shout out to Country Wayne.
Yeah.
Like the Country Waynes. When you got them type of guys, you know what I'm saying, that's been able to make that transition, you know, doing them skits ain't easy.
No.
Because if it was,
more people
the OG comedians that's complaining about it
would do it.
They would do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like, if we've been able, they said we couldn't do this and come play their game. And I just named you the comedians that do that and we go play their game. So if what we do is so easy to set up a camera and do this and do that, and it's gotten us where we gotten, if it's so easy, why haven't y'all transitioned to that? If this is the way that it go,
I think the thing is, Mo, is that they look at you guys and it's almost like a microwave that you have success so instantly, like 2-3 minutes. And they like, man, it took us years. It took us 10, 15 years to build up this. But we're a different age now.
Man, listen to me.
I mean, you remember you had to pay your bill. You had to pay your bill. You had to send the check in. Now you can pay it online.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for, this will be my 12th year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People really just now, like maybe over the last 4 years, are just now starting to find out about me.
Right.
So we take the 12 minus the 4, that put us at 8. That was 8 years of me making skits and going to do shows that maybe only 50 to 80 people was at. Is that not worthy enough to consider that a grind?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I think people just look at it like we just setting up a camera and we just doing this, but it's stuff that go into that.
You know, you do realize, and Andrew Schultz told me this. He said, making money, the easier it is that people think it is to make money, the more envious they become of you. So people think that just because you can sit up a camera and have a microphone, it's like doing podcasts. That it's like, it's not that easy.
It's not.
And the fact of the matter is that a lot of people like, I want to do a podcast. They're like, well, how many days? I say, I you know, for the most part, during football season, I do 5 shows of Nightcap. I do 2 shows, probably 2 shows a week of Club Shay Shay. So, man, that's too much work.
But listen to me. I said this earlier. Why get mad at me for doing what you're not willing to do?
Thank you.
That's all it is.
Right.
You're not willing to do it.
But see that you're not willing. Because I'm doing something that you're not willing to do, now I sold my soul.
Now I'm
a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah. That's what it is. Because you weren't willing to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to think about it. This probably, hands down, the hottest podcast in the game.
Appreciate you, man.
You understand what I'm saying? And I just seen Cat Williams on a few podcasts. None of them did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's the ingredient in what you cooking with.
Right.
You got the ingredient.
Yeah. We work at it. And I think the thing is, Mo, a lot of time I tell people is that within the first couple of minutes, the people that come on my pod, they realize I'm not judgmental. I'm not here to judge them. No matter, because I feel you have a story to tell. You can tell your story without putting its most salacious detail on full display.
Absolutely.
people tell me things that they haven't said on any other podcast, and people, well, you messy. How am I messy? You do realize if somebody tells you a story and you only hear that person's side of the story, you're being messy because the other person didn't say anything.
Here's the thing. All I've ever seen you do is listen.
That's it.
That's it. And my thing is, if somebody sit here and y'all doing the interview and they talking like, what I'm supposed to say, hold on, you can't say that because I don't know if that's true.
Right, thank you.
So I understand 1,000%.
Yeah.
The seat that you sit in. And I think a lot of times people, you know, like you said, man, they just want to find something, you know, with everything.
You know what it was though, Mo? And when people ask, I said, let me ask you this. And people that have podcasts, I said, if Cat was on your podcast and was saying exactly what he said on my podcast, would you have stopped him? Hell no. So why you mad at me that I didn't stop him?
But it's just like, who are you to stop him though? Like, who are you to, like why would you say, now you can't say Ricky Smiley was supposed to be money.
Just like when Ricky said what he said, I didn't stop him.
Bro.
When said what he said, I didn't stop him.
It's two sides.
My thing is
three sides. It's the truth. It's they side.
I don't know because I don't live in that world.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is what a lot of people got upset about is that Cat peeled a layer back that unless you walk in and live in that world, you didn't know.
You didn't know.
So people didn't know that they had like, I didn't know it was like that.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Comedy beef is like the rap game. Comedy beef is like, bro, listen, when I saw the interview with the Cat interview, I wasn't like surprised, you know what I'm saying? Because even early on in my experience of coming up in this game, bro, I was doing a show in 2018, and I'm not gonna say none of the comedians' name, but bro, I've seen a bunch of comedians just standing around talking about one comedian.
Right.
Talking about just one comedian. And right after that, every single one of those comedians that I've seen having that conversation about that one comedian, I've all seen them at some point with that one comedian. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, people be hating.
They do. But you know what? They only hate when you're successful. And if you're doing bad, ain't nobody hating.
Ain't nobody got nothing to say. It's not until you doing better than them till now it's like, oh, he ain't that funny, or he ain't this, or he had to do that, or he only got that because of this. And it's just like, bro, run your race.
Yes.
Forget what he doing.
I agree.
Forget what he doing. Where am I? What are we? Why am I focused on what he's doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I need to be putting more into what I'm doing. I think it's just too much carrying on about what other people are doing. Man, run your race. When them Olympics, when they running them races,
that's when they got lanes.
You don't never see one of them look over to see where this one at.
Yeah, when you run the race, if I'm in lane 3, I can't be in lane 5.
I can't be over there.
I got to be in my lane.
I can't be over there. But you know, I think that's what people just need to focus on themselves, focus on your career, on your journey, and wherever the chips lay, let them lay.
Social media comedians, we mentioned it. Yourself, Drewski, Desi, Country Wayne. Mm-hmm. I mean, you see you guys, and all of a sudden, it starts out as social media. And I think the thing is that the OGs want to say, okay, yeah, y'all funny on social media, but go in that club.
Yeah.
Because doing skits, you can't do no skit on stage.
On stage, no.
You got to just tell them jokes.
You got to bring it.
Hey, you got to be funny.
You got to be funny.
Whether you telling a story or you just rapid fire.
Yeah, you got to have something. You got to have something. You know what? You know, I've seen all those dudes you just mentioned. Country Wayne, I've seen DC, I've seen Desi. And, you know, the one thing that I can say about all of us is that we really did put the work in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think for a little while, we was putting it in to be accepted by these OG comedians, you know what I'm saying? And you will be trying to go and trying to go and trying to prove and trying to prove and trying to prove. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, and this is to whoever coming up behind me or whoever coming up behind, whether you're coming or not. Listen, don't worry about what they talking about. Don't worry about it. Don't put that pressure on yourself to feel like you gotta do this because of what this comedian gonna say or what this comedian think about what your journey is.
Yeah.
Run your race. Do the work. Take it serious. That's the biggest thing I think with the OGs though. I feel like they think a lot of the guys not taking it serious. They just out here getting the money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you do got guys out there that just going on stage and getting the money and they not producing a show, it hurts the industry in its whole.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you something. It's social media comics that didn't come before me that couldn't do nothing on the stage.
Right.
And when it's my turn to walk through the door, now they a little hesitant to give me what I want because of what he did.
Yeah, he failed.
So that's my thing. Just be intentional about it. If you want to do it, do the work. Study, do the work.
Just because you threw him the ball and he dropped it, that don't mean you don't throw it to me. Throw it to me, I will catch it.
I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. Elway kept throwing you the ball. He kept throwing it to you.
Are there any guys that you want? Who have you collabed with? I don't know if you collab with Dazzy or you collab with Country Wayne or Drewski or any of these guys. Is there anybody you want to collab with?
You know, me and Dazzy been talking about doing something together for sure. Definitely would love to work with Drewski. Me and Country Wayne, we done talked about doing. I mean, we do a lot of talking about it, and a lot of us, we busy, but I think the conversation that we've had, especially me and Desi, has been very intentional about getting something done. But I think for our generation of comedians, we need that.
Yeah,
like we need that. And me and Desi was talking a couple weeks ago, and I was like, bro, we got to put out a movie. We got to do something.
Yeah.
We got to do something.
Because I like to see the OGs. I like to see when I'm looking, I see Bruce and Lavelle Crawford, or I see some more, and I see a lot of the people that I saw on Comic View and Def Comedy Jam, and I see these people touring together.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, me and Desi, as far as like doing shows, me and Desi is definitely talked about coming together and potentially doing a tour together. That I think for the culture, I think that'd be dope.
Right. Have you seen the TikTok influencers that are not doing any good anymore? The TikTok, they're showing a trend of past influencers that were doing really well, but now they're working regular jobs.
I ain't seen that.
Yeah.
Damn, who that happened to?
They did.
But man, that's what I tell people all the time. Everybody want to be an influencer, and you hear about all this money you can make on that. But what people need to understand is those are not our platforms.
Yeah.
At any given moment, they can change the algorithm. They can change and you have to be able to have something.
You got to be able to adapt.
So my thing of it has always been, bro. It was like I told you in 2020, man. I was bringing in about $60,000 to $80,000 a month on Facebook.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now they done cut it down. You can only make X amount. They used to give you like what, $5,000-$6,000. Now they done cut that thing down to like $1,500, $200.
Man, I ain't that low, but
they cut it. Because Matt Rife said the same thing.
Listen, you know what? My guy Tremo, a comedian that's from Birmingham, Alabama, he taught me this a long time ago. As far as the YouTube and all that, it's peaks and valleys to it.
Right.
So he's always telling me, hey, when you hot, make sure you take a little bit of that money and you put it up.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when the algorithm might change.
When they gonna change the algorithm, they change.
And they don't call you and say, hey, we'll let you know next month you ain't making 80.
No.
You're gonna make 2,500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, with that, I feel like, it's real. If you're a social media influencer and you're doing all of that, you making the money, take that money and invest that into something, a business, or if you getting all these followers, find you something to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my case, it's tickets.
Yeah. Because that's the way Matt Rife, we had him on, he said the same thing. He said, I got 20 million TikTok, and because you changed the algorithm, now they can't see the stuff that I'm doing.
They only show your stuff to 10% of the people that follow you.
Yeah. Because they don't want you to get too big now. Then you won't need them.
Then you won't need them. So you got to remember, this is not yours.
Right.
It's your page, but it ain't your platform.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because we like to do something before 2 something.